We gonna address all of that shit. That's what this shit for. That's what this for right here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's what it's for. I'm one of them niggas just like JD that controversy follow me, so you gotta, nah, fuck that. Ask that shit, cause I'm gonna cause you gonna clear the air today. Fuck these niggas talking about.
Welcome to another episode of NoName TV. I'm your host, Marcus Antoine. I got Ryder Guy with me. Let us know who in the studio with us today, man.
Stanlo G9. In the flesh. What's up, y'all?
So, for starters, where you from, for those who don't know?
Palm Park, Maryland. Landover. You know, heart of Landover right there. Palm Park with the Kenland. You got your Bill Haven, Palm Park, Pricey, all that good shit. Right in the heart of that.
So, the other day you just dropped, well, yesterday, wasn't it? You dropped My Brother's Keeper, that project. How was it releasing something after 4 years, was it?
I think, yeah, the last tape dropped, like, that was like 3-4 years ago. You absolutely right. I ain't gonna lie, right? It did feel good, cause I'm gonna be honest. I've been not so much focused on the music as much. So, right, like, probably I dropped songs, I dropped singles here and there, but probably within the past 2-3 months, right, I'm like, damn, I really had a wave. Like, I can't let that shit go to waste. Like, so I'm like, all right, let me some old songs on the tape, but there's some couple new songs on there too. I'm like, all right, well, let me put something out real quick to catch people back, let them know that I'm coming back, you know. So, you know, that felt good though, and people responded to it. It got positive reviews, so that's all right. That was a plus too. I dropped a single too. I dropped a single right after that too, called How the Game Go. That's for my next tape. That's on the way.
On the cover of that single, actually, you got a whole bunch of people on there. Talk about the faces that you put on the cover.
Yeah, I got multiple people on there. Like so I'm 25, so I lost a lot of people in there. I got my little brother Kyrie 9. That's 9. You will hear me say that throughout 9 brother 9 this. Then I got Rondo on there. That's my big brother. You will hear me say Hey Rondo or shit like that. Then I got Nana Scenario on there. That's little sis. That's baby girl. You know, I took that shit high. I got Sanaa on there. And I got my little brother Capo. I got Capo on there. Long King Cap. So I got on there and I got Swipe, of course. I got Swipe. You know, my cousin and my twin and my boy. You know, I put them on the cover though, cause shit, that's really what be driving me. I'm real driven off the people I lost and the way it make me feel. That drive me and motivate me.
So speak on the workhorse days and the popularity you got in the DMV from.
Shit, right? Look, right? That workhorse shit came about as off some plan shit. To be honest, we already was like a little group at first, but then once we put that shit together, and one day we went to the studio. I ain't even gonna lie, right? One day this nigga Coop like, let's go to the studio. So we all go to the studio, cause I got some songs that's old as shit, like 2014 shit. Like we was rapping in Kyrie, my brother 9 house, we was rapping off his laptop and shit, but we ain't never really do too much with that shit. That shit was, you know, like just kids having fun. So one day, Coop like, man, let's go to the studio. We end up going to the studio. Me and bruh make a song. Next thing you know, shit. It's like the what we had going on in the streets carried over. Like people, it's like they knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? That make sense. Like they knew what we saying, we was doing, etc. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't take too long for that shit to catch. Like that shit caught. Now, honestly though, when workhorse caught though, it was a good ass little wave. I give it that though. We had a good run. I mean that
What ended that run though? Like, for those
shit.
that know, because to me it's just like y'all niggas just stopped dropping. I ain't even know what happened to workhorse.
I'm gonna keep it man, right? And to be as honest as I can on here. Shit, I say niggas not knowing their place. Like everybody wanted to be the man. Like that time when you see groups and shit, and niggas be falling out over little shit. It wasn't even like no little petty shit. It was more so egos. Like everybody had egos, and ain't nobody really wanna play a position in a puzzle. It was too much. After a while, all the views, the popularity, Now, mind you, we all grew up together and shit, so it ain't supposed to be that way, but it be that way sometimes. You know, that's how this shit go. That shit got to go in niggas' heads, and once certain people felt that they was above the rest, shit, that'll do it right there. But it was a hell of a run.
So you spoke on Coop, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in a past live, you was calling him a CI. Did you
Yeah.
get any backlash for that?
Backlash, no, cause I'm one of them niggas that say what the fuck. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been saying what I wanted to say. Like, I've been doing what I wanted to do, and I ain't one of them niggas that just talk for no reason. Like, I don't just say shit for it to be fun. Like, or because I'm mad at a nigga or no shit like that. Whenever I say shit, it's for a reason. So as far as backlash, I mean, from him a little bit, but not really nobody. Everybody else, really niggas bent, man. Niggas been, that shit been in the air. Niggas been saying shit like that. And that was just my homie though. That was my homie though. And even when he stopped being my homie, I wouldn't even put that on him if it wasn't no reasoning behind it. It was just a lot of questionable ass shit going on. Like the backtrack real quick, that workhorse shit. When niggas got locked up. Niggas got locked up for that shit. They snatched a lot of niggas up for that shit. Like, they was questioning us. They had us as a real life gang unit. So they was questioning niggas about that shit and shit. And I don't know what the fuck. I can't really vouch for what everybody else said, but.
So what was they using your lyrics as a way to like just put warrants on you or something?
Nah, they was just using that shit as reasons to come, like, basically come around the park and harass us, because we used to hang around the park every day. You know, it's a police station in the middle of our hood.
Yeah.
So they that shit was basis to harass us. Like, they knew who we was. We was public figures. Like, they didn't even have to. It was to the point where they was doing shit like coming in our yards, snatching us out the yards. They was doing shit that was straight violating our rights. But we had all that shit put out there. So
It was like, what could you say?
we couldn't say shit because they was pulling up, you know. And they blitzed that shit one time. They blitzed that shit and snatched up like damn near half the hood, locked up half the hood. Half the hood was in jail about that shit at one point in time, off the little conspiracy shit. But I mean, niggas don't really be saying. That's why niggas don't say that shit no more. That's why niggas don't say that shit no more. I ain't gonna lie.
So they didn't just call it a group workhorse.
No, that shit was a
They
gang.
said the whole Palmer Park was.
It was like that was the basis of like basically like that's where they put it like that's where our
that
home
was already y'all.
our field operations, yeah, like that, like
y'all just so happened to come up and use that name.
yeah, like basically like we was using the park as our operations for allegedly guns, drugs. Just they basically saying that's where we do all of this shit at. That's where all of this shit is at. That's what they were saying. So like that's why now. Majority of the niggas that you see from Workhorse or that was in Workhorse, and myself included, we don't hang out the park. You know what I'm saying? We don't hang out there. Because we got our ass, we was 2-3 years straight again locked up out there. You and my, that shit, you know? Yeah, hell nah. Shit, nah.
You think social media enhances the beef in the area?
I know, yeah. Cause social media get niggas a platform. Like, get niggas a platform to do clout chase and shit and instigate the shit and really instigate beef. Like it be niggas that I don't even know personally. I got niggas I don't even know personally writing me on Instagram saying they smoking 9 and all this shit. Just based off of, you know,
just because it's easy to get to.
Off that social media shit. Like that's how you going that's like damn, that's how I'm gonna get this response. So yeah, niggas be using this shit and social media instigate a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. A lot of niggas don't even be beefing over nothing, really, but social media.
So what happened to your Real Hood Star movement? I think you said that on the podcast a year ago.
Yeah. See, I like the ain't nothing specific happened to it, but I just felt like I told you in the beginning, I'm too big on the people I lost. So I decided to rebrand it into MBK, which is my brother's keeper, because that's something that I'm real heavy on. You see all these KI shit on my neck, Rondo on my face, swipe on my hand. Like I got all these, you know, I carry these people with me every day. So that's why I was just like rebranded it into MBK, like my brother's keeper. That's something that.
And speaking of MBK, why did that project have so many features? Only 2 or 3 songs was just you on there.
Yeah, because like I said, it was the sole purpose of it was just to put myself back in people's ears. That's why when I dropped it, I made sure to specify like to people that, man, majority of this shit is old anyway, but I'm working on my next tape, 1924, and that's solely me. Like I want that to be the project that people listen to that shit and to see where I'm at now, like to hear me now. Like why I just put that out just so that I could just get back in people's ears, really, like, cause like all that Instagram beefing, all that lives and shit, I wasn't trying to keep being known for Instagram beefing. It got to a point where niggas knew me more for the Instagram shit than the music. Gotta reverse that, put it back on point.
Know you more for that than the police know you more for that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And that's not what I want. Nah, I'd rather put my energy back into my music. So I just, that's what that was about. Crazy you noticed that though. You did crazy you noticed that.
So back on the new tape, who was your favorite song on it?
What, the one I just released? To be honest, it's either between Stick Out. I think it's Stick Out. I ain't gonna lie. I like that song. Though.
It's on there twice.
Yeah, but that's because it's a remix.
It's a feature with JD.
Yeah,
JD
but that's because I liked that song though. That's because, to be honest, that's one of the first songs I dropped after the workhorse movement. Like a lot of us just stopped dropping music. Period. So that's one of the first songs I dropped, and that's what put the interest back in rap for me. Like that's what made me that's what sparked the, that's what made me, So that's why it's on there twice.
When you drop music, right?
Yeah.
You drop it with a message behind everything you drop, like tapes specifically. Do you drop a tape and have a message behind that tape, or you just drop what you like?
Nah, it's a message behind all the tapes, because even if you pay attention to all the tapes that was released as Workhorse, I was the one that was putting these tapes together and releasing them. Pay attention to the fact that I say 9 brothers. I'm the only one who say that. That's my shit. 9 brothers. Like that's why the tape ended up called 9 brothers. Even when I rap at the end of my songs, I still say 9 brothers. Like I always made it to be a message. Like that's how all the dead man ended up on the covers, and it been that for me, because that's what it's all about. That's when I rap, I don't go in there and rap about shit, but what means something to me. So I always try to make it at least some type of message, so you can see what means something to me. That's about it. Yeah.
Switching up a little bit, how has fatherhood redirected your life?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. Fatherhood saved me. It saved me from a lot of shit, and it redirected me too in a way. Like, of course, I honestly, this shit in me. It's not on me. This shit in me. So it's always gonna be little shit that I got going on outside. But for the most part, what used to matter to me don't matter to me no more. Like when I was a workhorse, shit, you could hear it. I was always about the robbing, the thorn of life. I'm gonna put it like this. Back then, shit, I was damn near living to die. Now I'm dying to live. Like, like that shit gave me a purpose. Like back then, my only purpose was to just live, have fun, get money, fuck hoes. I got purpose now, so like that's why they another big pivotal part in why I want to focus on this music, because I feel like I could do it if I really, really lock in, and that's what I want to do. So you see, I had him in the video. Y'all ain't see that? I had him in one of my videos. Y'all can see that shit on YouTube. It's called Trust. I had him in my video. My kid was in my videos.
So does trying to focus on music ever get in the way of you being a dad? Like you want to go to the stew, but you gotta not deal with your kids, but you gotta hang with your kids that day.
You want me to be honest? Hell nah, not at all. Up until now, only because of the situation. My baby mother incarcerated right now, so I got my kids. I got them. Mm-hmm. I got them. So like, if I want to go to the studio, I got really make sure I make the time. Like I gotta plan it in advance. All right, boom, boom, boom. Like I gotta really, like right now it's going to the studio. I gotta make sure I make the time for it. I literally gotta make the time for it. It's a little bit hard, but at first, nah. And when she get back, hell nah. Back to the studio I go.
So in the podcast you were on, can't remember the name. Shout out to that platform as well.
Yeah.
You talked about how you wanted to start rapping on like 90s and early 2000s beats. Did you ever start doing that like you said?
I had started, but then I was just like, I knew that you can't really profit off of them. Like they not like, so I was just like, I decided instead of doing that, I'm gonna just start really paying these producers and paying for beats. Cause at first we was just grabbing beats off YouTube, rapping on these people's beats. But see, then I'm like, I don't want to cheat the process like that no more. You understand? I want to invest in myself. Like I could go grab one of the Jay-Z beats from the 90s or such and such. But after a while, you upload that shit, and if that shit blow up, they'll sue you or you can't get paid for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what? I ain't even going to work myself backwards. I'm just going to start investing in myself, paying for these beats from producers and stuff.
Why not do both where you can just pay a producer to make
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do because I think you can get them altered, right? You can get, if you change the beat up a little bit.
Well, you could really just do a beat that's inspired by that time.
They can still get you. Oh, I thought if you change the beat up a little bit.
It would have to be like an obvious change. Oh yeah, you obviously switched this pattern up.
Oh yeah, but see that's what I'm saying. So far as I still do want to, I ain't gonna lie, I love old beats. I listen to old music all the time. So I still do want to do it. But I'm gonna put it to you like this. When I release a song on an old beat, it'll be probably on YouTube. It won't be for the sense of profit. It'll be just for like, you know?
You had fun.
Yeah, so I want to get on this beat and rap. I want to kill this shit. I want to rap. I want to have fun. I want y'all to hear this. But it wouldn't be for profit. So, like, it probably wouldn't be on no tape or nothing. I would just drop them on YouTube with videos or something.
You rap on a Wu-Tang type beat?
I'm going to be honest. It's not a beat alive I would not rap on. I consider myself, like, that's one of the things that it's not a beat alive I would not rap on. That's why I just tried to start doing it. I'm not really too big on auto-tune, but, like, that's why I just tried to I made a couple little songs that's different with melodic flows and melodic beats and stuff. I be trying to be diverse. So I definitely rap on the Wu-Tang. Definitely.
So it's like 2023 the year we can expect for you to fully come back into rap.
Yeah, I said it to myself. I said it to myself too. That 2023, I definitely want to run that year. But I mean, it's November. I want my tape out by the end of this month. My birthday at the end of this month. I want my tape out by the end of this month. It's like I'm putting the pressure on myself. Like to next year is the goal, but I'm putting the pressure on myself to start it now. Like why not November, December? What I'm waiting for, you know.
All right. Lastly, you talked about how at the end of one of your songs you said fuck the Pac, but you from the Pac.
Yeah.
Did that come from rumors and people saying that you was barred from the Pac?
Nah, that shit. The song was dropped probably about a year, 2 years ago. That's before they even tried to say some shit like I was barred. But after the video, after that shit came from really in hood. It'd be a lot of in hood beef. Like in my hood, without incriminating, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but look, in my hood, it'd be a lot of sneaking and backbiting. So a lot of motherfuckers don't see eye to eye with each other. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers who you gonna see from the same place, but we do not fuck with each other. It's split into sides. The hood is split into sides, and who you fuck with more than nobody really give a fuck that you even from there no more. It's just like, who do you fuck with? It's more about who you fuck with nowadays. So that's how that shit came about. So shit, what? I dropped that song probably about a year and a half ago. Shit, since then, I've been on the Pac plenty of times. Shit, if you search up Hit the Jug dropped the video. Matter of fact, people from the Pac was in the video. People from the Pac was in the video. Jug was in the video. And Jug shot a video after that with everybody from the Pac. And I was in that too. I had my dreads and shit still. I was in that. This is the last video Jug dropped. I was in that shit too after that. So that's why once we fast forward to now, when they said I was barred from the hood, that shit stopped. That shit don't even be meaning nothing to me. I'm mad though, cause I let them niggas trick me. I let them niggas trick me into doing some goofy shit. I'm sure y'all seen it. I pulled up. They said I was boss, so then I drove around there. I went to the store. I walked around the hood, drove around the hood, recorded, proving a point that I didn't have to prove, because nobody could fucking buy me from there. But you know.
Do you think it'll ever end on some shit where like everybody just squash and be like, man, what the fuck is we really fighting about? Or like the younger generation that don't got shit to do with whatever personal beef y'all got, they just basically force it so it comes up in the park, come back together. You think that should ever happen?
Nah, because everybody around there, it's nobody left around there that's gonna use their brain and say, like that think like that think as a team. Like everybody, it's nobody left around there like that. It's not. Fuck no, that shit ain't the same. You know how I get. You know how that shit be. Like it's definitely a new generation around there though, and I still show them love. Like I'm not no old hating ass nigga. Like I still call the young niggas from around there, and I tell them like, nigga, I still love you. Fuck, I still love you. Be safe. Rap, nigga, rap. I still tell them that. I tell them that shit all the time. But far as that could bring the hood back as one again, nah, shit. You know, hood politics out there. Wild shit get too deep for that. Shit get too deep for that.
Well, this has been another great interview, man. I appreciate you for stopping by Studio 54.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Stanlo G9. Go stream My Brother's Keeper out now on all platforms.
So something, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, man. Project NoName, man. We out.